Kenya is yet to hit a target it set back in 2013 of investing at least 2% of its gross domestic product in research and development, otherwise known as R&D. This despite the fact that investment in R&D is known to contribute significantly to the growth of manufacturing and efficiency in economies. Alex Mwangi reports on what this portends for the economy.
On matters of investment in research and development, South Korea stands head and shoulders above the rest of the world when it comes to the percentage of GDP it spends on R&D, being the only country spending over 4%. It comes as no surprise then the level of technological advancement in South Korea, which is a globally renowned exporter of electronics. In sub-Saharan Africa, Kenya and South Africa lead the rest, with close to 1% of GDP spent on R&D per annum.
We know today, for instance, that none of the African countries is spending the minimum of 1% of the GDP to research and development.
Singapore and China invest between 2 and 3% of their GDP on R&D, while Brazil and Malaysia invest between 1 and 2%. Kenya is yet to attain the target it set 8 years ago, and going into the election season, the priority of this undertaking is likely to take a back seat.
The Science, Technology and Innovation Act of 2013 provides for a minimum of 2% of the GDP to be invested in research and development. And we have seen in the last 5 or 6 years, the allocation towards this has been increasing. I think the last statistic that I saw, Kenya was at 0.87% of the GDP, which is among the highest in Africa.
The impact of reduced spending on R&D is an increase in the level of a country's uncompetitiveness, akin to the effect that high taxes have on the economy.
If people don't invest in new factories, if people don't invest in upgrading their existing factories, we become less and less competitive, and the import option starts looking more and more attractive.
To produce high quality and sustainable jobs for the large number of youth in the country, it is imperative that policymakers create a conducive environment for expanding the manufacturing sector. Alex Mwangi, NTV.